Hey, this is B-Dub, and welcome to a new episode of Clear Out My Head. You know, companies are so passive-aggressive now. You know, if you're gonna fire me, at least have the courtesy to look me in the eye and tell me that I suck. Well, a poll by the site Resume Builder found 38% of companies lay people off instead of firing them, just to avoid hurting people's feelings. Oh, boo-hoo. 80% of bosses said their company has laid someone off in the past year when they could have fired them for a cause. If they do something wrong, yes, fire them. I mean, I could definitely understand that, but nowadays it's hard to even try to do that, and this is the reason why. Sometimes it's out of kindness, like to avoid hurting feelings or help out with severance, but the number one reason they do it is more self-serving, to avoid a mutiny. Yeah, I definitely would understand that. Here are the top 4 reasons companies do it. Number 1, to maintain company morale. 62% of bosses cited it as a reason, so we react better if we think our friend got laid off because the money just wasn't there, instead of they sucked at their job and they had to fire them because of that. But anyways, number 2, to avoid wrongful termination lawsuits, which is a close second at 59%. That is understandable because I don't know any company out there who really want to be sued because they'd end up probably losing in court unless they have a good case against the employee. Number 3, to help the person out with a severance package, hit 54%. So this one is actually nice. I think if I was ever let go from my company, if I could get a severance package, that would be appreciated, at least until I could find something else. Hopefully I'd be able to find something else within the time before the severage ran out. Finally, number 4, to avoid hurting their feelings. 38% said, the old line, I think you're great, but corporate just gave me no choice. Yes, always passing the buck and blaming somebody else. That's how we do stuff around here. You should know that by now. That's how stuff happens, is we're always blaming somebody else. It's never my fault. It's always somebody else's fault. But anyways, according to the poll, layoffs that aren't really layoffs are more common than you think. I wonder why. Half of the bosses polled said at least 75% of layoffs their company made in the past year weren't really about cutting costs. Was it about because Joe Schmo was stealing something out of the back? Probably. But anyway, thanks for listening to this episode of Clearing Out My Head. Don't forget, you can listen to Clear Out My Head on all major podcasting platforms. Also, you can check out my podcast page on Spotify where you can listen to past episodes. Check out my social media links or leave me a message. But until next time, this is B-Dub. Thanks for listening, and I hope you join me next time as I continue with Clearing Out My Head.
That show is over!
So soon.
So soon?
We were just getting started.
Let's pack it up.
Thanks for listening.
Don't worry, we'll be back soon.
Bye-bye now.
See you later.